Welcome to Get Up and Go with Google. Once you have created a class in Google Classroom, when you first log in, you will be taken to this screen where you can manage your classes. If you have more than one section or more than one class, all of your classes will appear here. I'm going to select the class that we just built together. Now that we are in Classroom, there are a few things I want to point out. First, notice that there is an image representing your class in the header. You can change that image to anything you like. You can upload your own photo here, or you can select a theme by clicking here. Since this is a physical science course, I'm going to select this atom theme by clicking it. Then I'll click Select Class Theme. Also notice that there are three main pages to your classroom: Stream, Students, and About. The Stream section is where all of your assignments and posts will appear. The Students section is where you can invite students to your class. The About page provides all of the information about your class to your students and houses any important information that relates to your class that you want them to have. There are several items that we need to cover on the About page. First, let's learn how to invite another teacher to your class. There are many reasons that you may want to invite another teacher to your class. One example is that you may have a co-teacher who needs access to your students' work. You may even want your co-teacher's help in creating assignments and grading student work. To invite another teacher to your class, select the Invite Teacher button. A list of contacts from your GAIF account will appear. You can scroll through the names until you find the teacher that you want to invite. Or you can type in the first or last name of the teacher you are inviting and click the magnifying glass search button. When you have found the teacher or teachers you want to add, check the box next to that person's name and click Next. You will get a pop-up box that warns that you are adding a teacher, and this will allow the teacher to do everything that you can do except delete this class. If you are sure that you want to invite this teacher to share in your Google Classroom, select Invite. Let's talk a little bit more about this About page in our Google Classroom. This page should house any important information about this class. You may want to add a syllabus. Since this is a physical science course, you may want to add a periodic table or a formula sheet. You may also add links to important websites the students may need. Make this page your own and add what you think your students might need to access while they are in your class. To add these materials, simply click Add Class Materials. Enter a title for your class material, such as Syllabus. Then you have four options. You can upload a file from your computer by selecting the paperclip. You can add a file from your Google Drive by selecting the Drive icon. You can insert a YouTube video here, or you can insert a link here. I have my course syllabus saved in Google Drive, so I'll add that by selecting the Drive icon. A list of files in your Drive will appear. You select the file that you want and click Add. When you are finished, select Post. This document now appears in your About page. Let's add the periodic table to my About page. I have already downloaded and saved an image of the periodic table to my desktop. Again, I'll select Add Class Materials, but this time I'll select the paperclip. I can either drag files into this box, or I can select files from my computer. Then I'll browse to the file, select it, and then select Choose. And now I'll select Upload. Notice that Google Classroom gave the periodic table a name for me since I did not type a name into this section prior to uploading the document. Now I'll select Post, and the periodic table is now in my About section. You can add as many items as you feel are necessary for your About page. Now that you have designed your classroom, let's learn how to add students. Change from the About tab to the Students tab by selecting Students. On this page, you can select the button Invite Students. A list will populate with students who have GAIF accounts already created by your school or system administrator. Check the students that you want to add to your class by selecting Invite Students. Also from the Students page, you can see that there is a class code that you can provide students for them to join the class. If you provide a student this code, the student can go to Google Classroom just like you did, except the student will join a class rather than create a class. Now that we have added a student to your class, you can view the students in your class from your Students page. You can also decide what permissions you would like to give students in this Google Classroom. Here are your options. Your Google Classroom setup is now complete.